Hey metalheads, welcome to another episode of Metal Academics.
All right, we're here to rock you again and again. So, who is gonna be the band of this episode?
Full force Swedish power metal assault in Steel Attack.
Oh yeah, love it already. And we're back, and I'm so curious.
Steel Attack. Have you ever heard of them?
I've heard of them, but they seem to be like an older band. I want to say older band. So it's not someone that I have ever seen live. Swede as it is, but never seen them live.
Yeah, so they're from Sala, Sweden. I don't even know where that is, and I live in Sweden. Do you know?
You put me on the
Somewhere
spot.
up in the north, I'm guessing. Or maybe out by Gothenburg in this kind of metal scene.
I actually don't know.
But yeah, so Metal Attack, they...
Not Steel Attack, right?
Sorry, Steel Attack. Steel Attack, metal, steel and metal. Yeah, so the thing about this band is everyone who sort of...
I have to ask you a question actually about Steel Attack. You live in Sweden now, but you're an American by birth. So how come you know of them?
I don't know.
How did you discover them?
I don't know. And to be honest, the reason I chose them is because I've just been listening to them pretty much nonstop for the past month.
It's a recent discovery.
Not a recent discovery. I used to listen to them, but I fell back sort of
now,
listening to
now
them.
is their time on your playlist.
And they are just hardcore power metal, clean, pure power metal. And actually, that's what they got a little bit of a flack for. So the sort of general knowledge, or if you go and you read about the different reviews of their albums, everyone loves the first two albums, and then they kind of
maybe this
fell
is
off.
also maybe what I've heard. I'm curious if you're gonna pick one of their songs. So which one?
So I'm going to play you three songs.
Three songs.
All from the first two albums, because after that they started going more and more
You're not
progressive.
so much into the...
No. Kind of like other Swedish bands, Hammerfall. Getting a little bit too progressive. I just want clean power metal.
How much synth is going to be in this one? I'm so curious.
There's going to be a little bit of synth, but like you said in the last episode, that Freedom Call it was, that they change.
Yeah.
These first two albums, they don't change, and I'm okay with that.
They don't change, and they're good.
just give me that. So the first song I'm going to play for you is the last song off the second album, Fall Into Madness. I made a video for it. That's the only video that we're going to have, because there is almost no footage of this band online.
I know. Again, I've been there. But it's exciting. We get the opportunity to showcase some new songs that you guys may have never heard of because they don't have a YouTube video. So I think this is why we also play a little bit on this like artistic side.
So their first two albums, or it was around like, what's like 99 and like 2002, 2003. So
this
it's a
is
bit
when
old.
I wasn't in Sweden, so that's why I may have missed them.
And that's, I think, why they don't have so much video content. So I've taken all the video content I could and put it into this video mixed with some battle.
Don't disclose. Don't disclose. Let's watch it.
This song is called Defenders of the Crown. It is the last song off their second album, Fall Into Madness.
Let's hear it.
And I hope y'all enjoy it.
I didn't know the name, but this is the song that I know.
Fight for glory and pride will come our way. Never surrender. If we do, we are done. Never look back. We are ready to strike and attack. Never look back. It can be our final attack. We are the best.
So,
Yeah, man.
That
That's
is-
exactly the song that I knew. I'm so glad you picked it because obviously I enjoyed it more because I recognize it. And that one's like, everything is lost. We can't
Yeah.
defend ourselves. I know this. I was like, because I understood what he said. I was like, that's a very odd song because usually it's like power, glory, we will win.
Exactly.
And I'm like, this
that's-
is a very Swedish.
that's kind of why I like it, because it's in the video they end up defending the castle, but in the song they lose. And that's kind of the cool part. I think
We
that's
can't
why
defend the crown.
that's why people like Game of Thrones, because the main character gets killed a lot. So it's kind of this,
It's a very contemporary
Yeah.
take.
but it's also an awesome song.
Yeah, I like very much. I like it. I like it. Again, this is probably, you had me very easy with this one because that's the one that I knew from before. Maybe this is the one they're most famous with. I don't know.
No. So
No?
actually, their most famous song, which I'm not going to play, and I'll probably
Which
get some
one is
hate
it?
in the
Maybe I know
comments,
it.
is Dragon Skull.
I actually don't think
So that
I
comes
know.
from their
The
first,
name I don't know.
their first most popular album called, Where Mankind Fails? It's I don't know
We'll
exactly
leave it in the
the
show
name of it.
notes. We'll leave it in the show
It'll
notes.
be it'll be
Yeah.
on the next video because it's just an album cover. Because I'm going to play a song from that
From
album.
the first album.
From the first album. But if you go on Spotify, you'll see Dragon Skull is the
Number one song.
first song from the first album, and it's got like 500,000 listens, and most of the other songs are like in the 20 to 50,000 range.
Well, I think
So-
this is, what is the name of this first song you said?
Defenders of the Crown.
Defenders of Crown. That's exactly what I think I remember, but I know the lyrics, which means I must have listened to this song enough
Yeah.
so I can remember anything.
And what I love about this band, I should have mentioned it before, is the lead singer, Steve Steele. That's not his real name, obviously, but
I love this. Actually, I'm going to have some bands that are going to play under pseudonyms and they all fit into their persona, into their online beings, and I love it. I think it's very cool.
So this guy Steve Steele, I mean, you saw the footage. He's the bass player, and he's just strumming away as he's singing, and I think that always gets like extra points for me.
Yeah, I think it's cool. He's real, you know.
Yeah.
Keeps it really real.
Badass
So what is
dude.
going to be the next
So the
song?
next
first
song
album.
from the first album, I think it's the third song. It is called "Island of Gods," and I
Makes
like
me think
this
of all
song.
sorts of imagery.
This song is very heavy, and there's
Maybe
some
like in Doom.
not in like death metal, but it's just heavy riffs. It takes a while to kick in. It's kind of just repetitive riffs, and then in the middle of the song, you have some excellent guitar work. And that's kind of what I want to highlight.
All right.
So-
let's listen to
Island of Gods.
Island of Gods.
And there you see Steve Steele.
They definitely have some nice swords, huh? They do hold it.
Turn it up.
Everything seems so different now. Nothing is the same.
Oh yeah, boy, what an end.
Like I said, Swedish power metal. That is what that
Yeah,
is.
but not exactly. I mean, they have, I don't know. It's not their typical power metal. It's less optimistic. In a sense, this band seems to be less optimistic. Maybe because I also have the lyrics from the first song. in
Yeah,
mind.
maybe.
Seem a little bit more.
Heavy.
Yeah,
Gravitas.
Yeah. Gravitas. They got it. I liked it. This is
like
the first time I think I listened to this song.
Yeah.
At least like consciously, like listening carefully.
And I think there's something, we've been talking about this in terms
Yeah.
of like videos versus, it's kind of boring to watch just the album cover, but sometimes the
you
video
get more into the song.
Sometimes the video throws a little dissonance when you're listening. So it's
It can either make or break some.
it can make or break, but at the same time, I think it's good to just tune in. So that one, it takes a while to ramp up, and then just they go into these crazy.
I must say, I
Guitar,
really like the guitar. I'm not absolutely overblown by the melody or whatever the main, the skeleton. But the guitar, I really like it, and I actually like this heavier output and the not so optimistic feeling. At least this is for me. Maybe again, I'm tuned into this, but I really like it. Definitely different.
Yeah, and something you have to keep in mind, first of all, is that I don't think Steve Steele, the vocalist, has, it's not like a Bruce Dickinson type of.
It's a different kind of.
He plays a different role
Yeah.
with the vocals. I think the guitar leads.
It's a more
most of the time.
narrative rather than operatic. Let's
And-
put it. I always I'm going to bring the academic words into this.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, you're going to get a lot of non-operatic, just guitars in your face from me. But I think what you also have to keep in mind is that these first two albums that everyone loves, really low production value. They did not have a huge label. So you got to kind of keep that in mind. But the music itself, I think, is great. It's not super well produced, but you don't really notice it.
No, again, I think it's a value in that simplicity. Let's call it, even though it's simplicity doesn't mean simplistic. It's a good song.
Yeah. If you did like that one, there's one that's really close to it on the same album called Village of Agaba. I wanted to play that next.
Of Agaba?
Agaba. Makes no sense. This whole album is a
Yeah.
crazy concept album. Check that one out if you liked it. I was going to play it, but it's almost too similar to that one.
So now we're in for a variety.
Yes. And so now I struggled with which other song I should play.
It's always a difficult challenge to have only 3 songs. So.
And actually, it's good we had this conversation, I think, because I think the last one is going to be close in sound to a band that you like. You'll hear the name in the chorus. I think you'll pick it up.
Maybe I'll pick it up.
It's more uplifting, I guess, in that sense.
I guess this is also maybe something that's a conscious. I always like uplifting. As you guys have maybe seen, looking at some of the recommendations that I'm putting out there already, is like I like those that are. I mean, not always because it's too boring. I like some gloomy songs, but overall, I'm like I want to be powered up. I want to have like
This one should
fill the
give
bill,
that.
yeah?
There's a lot of good songs I could have chosen, but
So which one is this one?
This one is called Guardians.
Guardians.
Just
Again,
Guardians.
I don't think I
tend to
know it.
love songs that have guardians or defenders in them. The next video has, or my next band has some defenders.
And mine, a lot of riders.
Yes, I do love that as well.
We'll comment later maybe on the variety of lyrics that appear in these bands' songs. So the Guardians, it's easy also to remember. Steel Attack and Guardians. I'm all ready to go. All right, from the same album.
Yeah.
That's your favorite album, I get it. Yeah. All right. Obviously, I love this.
I knew you would.
Yeah.
I knew you would.
This is definitely my cup of tea or
It's,
of anything. My cup of mead.
Yeah, it's a song. It's super catchy.
Yeah.
I think I listened to. I was really into it, and then it kind of, you get burned out. On it, but it's a great song.
I loved it.
And I
I
think
really
it's-
like it.
it's-
I mean, still a little bit heavy. I like their sound is heavy somehow. Like it's
Heavy metal.
yes. Michael says heavy metal, and this one surely is. Steel Attack is really metal,
Yeah.
and I like the speed. I like this very fast, and I like when the drums come through. Sometimes in general in bands, the lead guitar or the lead singer steal the show, and I actually like when there's a bass, when there's drum, you can hear it, and they can get to showcase their own jam. A little bit more of everyone presented. I think it's cool, and I think it was a very good example.
Yeah, I don't know what their set list was like back when they were playing, but this is like an encore. The last song of an encore.
Yeah. Do you know if they're still playing?
So it's interesting because I was trying to find
Not too much history
footage.
or-
Not too much.
yeah,
Not
but
going back.
just as a-
But I was looking on their Facebook page.
They do have a
And
Facebook
they
page. Again,
sent
we'll link
some-
everything in the show notes.
They sent some messages saying that we're getting the band back together just to play the first 2 albums. What songs would you like to hear? And then radio silence, and people are commenting on the page, being
Hey, you guys promised.
"Hey, what's going on with that?" And then they're going to release a new single. They haven't, so I don't know what's up with
Be
Steel
guys on the
Attack.
lookout. Be on the lookout. 2020, maybe it's the year when they decide to reappear,
I doubt
reemerge.
it.
Steve
but
Steele.
Steve Steele, wherever he is, he's awesome. I love that guy.
Cool. I really enjoyed it. And it's again, with the exception of the first song, it's a new discovery for me. And definitely I know that the first album is the one that I should go check out.
Yes.
So,
yes. First two.
First two.
Yeah.
Cool.
So,
Thank you so much
yeah, you
for
got
this. It's very cool. And I actually enjoy also not necessarily seeing the video. I'm digging deeper into the sound.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
we'll alternate on this channel between lots of effects and then just sound. So
Definitely. I think Steel Attack needs just the sound. They're awesome. So that's it. I know we have a couple more bands in the pipeline.
We have lots of content for you guys, but if you want to see anything specifically, again, show below. I don't even know where to put it. Below, there, somewhere. Just leave us a note on any social media channels, and we'll take it up and maybe include your band, your suggestion in our next feature episode.
Absolutely. So let us know what you think. But until next time,
May your sword stay sharp.
and your quest end in glory.